Hello and welcome in everyone. Today is Saturday the 4th of July 2020 and my name's Michael Martin. I'd just like to quickly show you how to create your Windows Media installation disk in case you haven't already done so. This is perfectly legal and it is allowed from the Microsoft website. They allow you to do it providing you've got a genuine Windows OS activation key. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is to go to your browser. This has actually jumped up here. The browser's already open in the background. It's already jumped up here, but this is the Windows disk image. You want to click that link. That should then take you to there, to the download Windows 10, and what you want is not the top one, because that's the update. What that actually will do is just update your current PC that you're on. So if you're already on the 2004 version, you don't need to update it, but you can make the installation media in the event that you have any problems with Windows, you need to reinstall it, or you need to get into Windows to actually repair it due to corrupt registry files or viruses or anything like that. So we click the download to, and then at the bottom there you can see it's saying that it's downloading down there. Okay, once it's downloaded, then we probably need to media's creation. So we want media's creation, click that. Double click, it should say. Sorry about that, I thought I double clicked it but I hadn't. Patience. Then we end up with if you wish to make apps. Windows setup. Windows setup, getting a few things ready. It's getting a few things ready, so it's just getting the files you need to create the media, plus any drivers, plus making sure you got up-to-date drivers for your hardware that's on your system. So that's what it's doing when it's getting a few things ready. It's actually downloading the files, it's getting the system file that it needs, plus it's checking your hardware, things like your graphics card, making sure you've got the latest drivers update for it, and any other hardware that you might have attached to your system. So that's what it's doing. That's why it takes a few seconds to well, say a few seconds, it could be a couple of minutes. It really depends on your system. The more advanced your system is, the more bleeding edge it is, the higher the specifications on it, then obviously the quicker this is done. But this getting ready bit, it probably takes anything to between 40 minutes to 90 seconds. 40 seconds to 90 seconds. But again, it depends on your system. Obviously, I'm doing this on a laptop just to show you. I'm not actually going to create the media because I've actually got the media myself already, the up-to-date one. But this is for those of you who needs to get it. So like you say, it's taking a while just to get the media, getting things ready. As I say, it's a laptop. It's not the fastest, so it's a little bit slower. But obviously, if your system's got a higher spec, it'll be quicker. So it's just a case of being patient. Don't mess around with anything. And there you go. So now we're up to the license. So you need to accept the license, because if you decline the license, all that happen is that it will turn out it will cease the installation and tell you that you need to run it again. So we accept the license after reading all that, of course. I'll leave it all up to you to read. Yeah, happy with that. Then we click accept, and again it's getting a few things ready. And then the next screen you'll be prompted with, it's going to ask you sort of like, what media do you want to make? No, it'll ask you to set your language and preference architecture. It'll ask you for your language and architecture. So make sure it's UK, English UK. When it's by architecture, it means is it a 34 or 64 bit? It should automatically detect it and also auto-populate the fields for you. So you shouldn't really have to change anything. It'll be auto-populate off your system. It gets all that off your system, auto-populates it for you. And then once you accept that, agree with everything, it'll then take you to the type of media you want to create. I.e., do you want to create a disk, or do you want to create a USB flash drive? I recommend you create a USB flash drive, simply because when Windows update with the next version, you can then just erase the flash drive and get the new version. And that will also have all the updates for you. If you use an old one, say maybe from 2 years ago or a year ago, then you're going to be installing that version of Windows, and then you have to get all the updates. You have to sit through all the updates that you've had since that last version of Windows is installed. If you get the latest one, then you've got fewer updates to install. You'll have all the modern updates, and it'll just be a case of the updates that were released from this version of Windows was released to the current period. Yeah. I was hoping it had been finished by now, but like I say, this is on my laptop, and it's not the fastest of laptops in the world, but it does for what I need, because I've got my main system upstairs, my main desktop system upstairs that I do all my heavy work on. But for these quick tips videos, I just do it on my laptops because it's easy, it's quick, and I can be watching the football while I'm doing it. And there you see we've got this screen, and it says Windows 10 setups. Now what do you want to do? Upgrade this PC now. Now if you click this option, if you accept this option, what it's going to then do is actually update this laptop. It's not going to create a media, it's just going to update this laptop. But this laptop's already on the 2004 build, so it's on the current build with all the updates. Yeah. But I don't want to upgrade this PC. I want to actually create an installation media on a USB flash drive. This is so that, again, as I said, it's a brilliant recovery media should you run into problems with Windows. So what you do, you click create that, then you click next. Then it's going to ask you the architecture and select your edition. So select language, architecture and edition. As you can see, the language is English United Kingdom. If yours is saying English United States, that means you have not changed the settings to the English version. You've not changed the settings to the English version in your settings on your PC. That is why when you do an install of Windows, you never do an upgrade, you do a clean install. A clean install allows you to set all your regional settings, so i.e. United Kingdom. You see I'm running Windows 10 edition, and you can see the architecture is a 64-bit. I can't change that. I haven't got the option to change that because that is my architecture. I'm not running a 64. This is a 64-bit laptop. If you want to change that, if you did want to change that anyhow, you see this section here, this selection here, use recommended options for this PC, which is already up. If you uncheck that, now you've got the option to change it. See, so I could change to English United States or whatever, but I'll leave it United Kingdom because that's what I am. That's where I am. And then we click next, and then it asks you now choose which media to use: a USB flash drive, or do you want to make an ISO file? An ISO file. You actually burn it to disk. It'll create the ISO file on your hard drive. It'll tell you must insert a media and then burn your disk. But in this case, you want a flash drive, so you want the the top selection. Like I say, I'm not actually going to now create this flash drive because I've already got it. It's all up to date with all the latest updates. But then that's what you do. So you now insert your flash drive into one of your USB ports. Yeah, preferably a USB 2 or higher, depending on the specification of your laptop, of course. Or your PC. You can do this on a PC as well. A PC is probably actually better because it'll have higher specifications. Insert your flash drive. You then click the next button. It will then warn you that to ensure that the drive is got at least, as you can see there anyway, it needs to be at least 8 gigabytes. It'll ask you to make sure it's at least 8 gigabytes, and it will tell you also that if you've got anything on that flash drive, it's going to be erased. So make sure that you check your flash drive and that there's no files on it that you require, because this is going to wipe it. It's going to wipe it, format it, and then create the installation media. So there you'd go ahead and click next, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to just back out of this because, as I say, it's already completed for me. But you would carry on there. I'll decline this, and then it says you decline the license term, you will exit setup, which is what I want to do because I've already created it, I've already got it. But there you would carry on next and carry on. So guys, there you have it. That's just a quick tip on how to make your Windows installation media. And that's it for this one. The next video I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use the installation media. Here it is, by the way. Here you are. I'm using a Samsung. It's not Samsung, a SanDisk USB 3.1. This is a 64 gigabyte USB. So you can see up there. Yeah, see there. 64 gigabytes USB 3.1, and I've labelled it Windows 10. Now I can't use it for anything else. It's for the Windows 10. The reason why I use this SanDisk, which is quite a fast drive, it's not really for the size. It wants to be 8 gigabyte, but you can't really find 8 gigabytes. So I use this. It's because I do quite a few of them, and some of the machines that I go out to are quite good specs. You know, they're quite advanced specs, so it's fast. So by using this, it's fast. You can do it on any flash drive you want, as long as it meets the minimum size of 8 gigabytes, and then you'll be okay. Right, guys. Hope to see you again soon. As I say, the next time what I'll be doing using this now to install Windows on this PC, which I'll record for you and then put it up. And then till the next time, I'll see you guys. Take care. Look after yourselves. Look after your family. Look after each other. And be nice. And bye for now. Bye.